What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So, I'm going to give you guys a quick little medical update. About last Monday, if you guys are follow me daily, you subscribe to me. You'll remember I did. I guess YouTube has a new story feature, kind of cool. I guess I should start doing some more of that. But I posted in the YouTube story and on the community page a post about that I was recovering from the VA hospital. All right, and I'd get back to you guys soon. And so I'm going to give you a quick update. A lot of people have been wondering what's been going on. Hey, Matt, did you shoot yourself? No, I didn't shoot myself in the foot. So I'm pretty darn safe when it comes to firearms. Basically, what happened, guys, is on Monday. All right, so on Monday, last Monday, not this Monday, last Monday, I woke up in the morning and I was experiencing just a tiny bit of vertigo. I didn't think too much of it. All three of my kids are back in school, even the young one. And I figured they're all just starting to get sick, and my body's starting to say, hey, guess what, that time of year, and everyone's getting sick now, type of deal. Now I figured it was just kind of an immune system thing, so I needed to fight through it for a day, whatever. So I got ready, I got to work, and the entire day I was fighting off vertigo. It wasn't bad, it was just annoying. I drove to work, and it was rough, a little rough. It wasn't bad when I was driving to work, and I was just fighting it off all day long. But towards the end of the day, I started to start getting very nauseous, and the vertigo was getting worse and worse to the point where I was just not feeling good. I was feeling very sick to my stomach, and something was not right. So I went home. And I told my wife about it and everything, and just we figured it just had to run its course or whatever, another cold or something like that. Then Tuesday morning came. When I woke up Tuesday morning, I got up and I pretty much fell down. I could not walk. I had such bad vertigo. The world was spinning. I felt like I was on a canoe in the middle of a stormy ocean surrounded by a hurricane. Best way I can explain it. I'm rocking back and forth, spinning in the world. I couldn't see straight. I sit there even like now staring at the camera. My eye feels like it's twitching and all that other stuff right now. It's just weird. But I had such bad vertigo last Tuesday that I was having a hard time. I was just having a hard time walking. I couldn't walk. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I could not eat. I couldn't drink. I was so nauseous from the vertigo. All I could really do was curl up and ball and pray. And then I went to Tuesday night. It had gotten hard enough, but by that time the VA was closed. Now in the state of Connecticut, there are several VAs, but there's only one actual VA hospital, and for me that is over an hour away, right, about an hour plus away from me, which is a very long drive, and that's 24 hours, emergency room and all that other stuff. Next to that, I usually go to the Newington VA, and the Newington VA is about just short of 30 minutes away from me. By that time, the Newington VA had been completely closed, and we weren't ready to drive across the state to go to emergency room. It was too late. The kids are home from school, and it just wasn't going to work. So I guess I used the VA Care Act. I don't know that much about it. I think it was an executive order or something like that, where basically I get paperwork and I can go for emergency treatment, urgent care and stuff like that, and they can take care of me, and it all goes towards my VA stuff. So I'm not sure how that fully thing works. But when I went to the local urgent care, they really didn't do anything. They said they didn't have enough to diagnose me. They couldn't do this. I obviously had some inner ear issues, and I had vertigo. So they gave me some medication that would help. And when we left, I was vomiting. That night I was vomiting. By the time we left, it was just so bad. I mean, luckily they gave me some vomiting, nausea medication and stuff like that. So, but it was not good. It was not a good time. And then the next day, the day right afterwards, Wednesday, that first thing in that morning, the second the VA Newington opened, I went to the urgent care or the VA, and they basically looked at my ears and they said, "Well, you got some inner ear issues. So thanks for letting me know. Thanks for that. I appreciate it." But by that time, I hadn't been able to eat or drink for about 36 hours by that time, because I was dehydrated. I was definitely dehydrated because I just couldn't. I was so nauseous. I just couldn't hold anything down. So I went to the VA. They gave me fluids. It took me 3 bags of fluid to get me back on my feet a little bit. And then they did a couple of maneuvers trying to help me. I'll get into that here in a minute. They did a couple of maneuvers trying to help. And then they talked about what could be a possibility. So there's a couple things I could be experiencing. They have not officially diagnosed anything yet, and it's going on 2 weeks now. All right. Well, actually, it's a little over a week now. So I could have what's called BPPV. I believe that's what it is, BPPV. I don't know the scientific words, but basically what it means is our inner ears, there's tubes in our ears, and there's liquid in those tube. So every time we move, the liquid moves around, and that gives us balance, right? Well, there's also calcium crystals. I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere in your head. And occasionally what happens is they can actually come dislodge and actually start floating in the tube. And that interferes with your normal balance. So every time you move, whichever direction it is, left, right, both, whatever it is, every time you move, it gives the illusion of motion, which is vertigo. So what I mean by illusion of motion is your body overcompensates for over movement, and which can cause you to fall over. That's pretty much what vertigo is. Basically, what it means in layman's terms is, for my more terms, is my world is spinning and shaking, and I can barely walk. All right, that's what it is. And the second I try to walk, I almost fall over. And for about a week straight, I couldn't walk without my wife or my 11-year-old daughter holding my hand to guide me. All right, I just couldn't walk. I was literally I was so dizzy I couldn't walk without falling down and getting seriously hurt, or just simply hurt. I just couldn't walk. Anyway, after Tuesday and Wednesday, after I went to the VA and stuff like that on Wednesday, they gave me some different types of medications. So they had hydrated me, got me back where I needed to be. They took blood work and all that other good stuff. They said my blood work was cleared. And they told me about BPV, and then the other one, the possibility is of Meniere's disease, but that doesn't sound about right, because Meniere's disease is basically when your ear produces too much potassium or something like that, so it produces extra liquid, which causes pressure, which I do have a lot of pressure in my left ear. It causes pressure, but it also makes it harder to hear. Now, I have tinnitus in general from when a tank went off next to my head, so I haven't noticed a difference except that there's pressure in my ear. Now, there's a couple ways that can fix it, and those are some maneuvers. They maneuver your body to try to get the crystals to kind of float back into place. But because of all the pressure in my ear, I don't think that the crystals can actually move. Every time I tried to do those maneuvers, my heartbeat, I could hear it pulsing in this ear, and you can just feel the overpressure in the ear. Not painful, it's just pressure. But those are the two possibilities that they said. However, they didn't fully diagnose me, other than saying I had vertigo and giving me medication. All right. So going forward, that was Wednesday, and basically I fought all the way through Sunday. There was a little bit change. I could start eating again on Thursday, I believe. Yeah, Thursday I could start eating and drinking again. All right, is where my body would actually allow me to start eating and drinking again. But I was stuck in bed. I could not get up. I could not go to work. I could barely walk. I was just having a really hard time. So I went back to the ER on Sunday, except I went to the big ER, the one that's over an hour away. That's over at West Haven, Connecticut, the VA. And they pretty much did the same thing that they did over in Newington, except the doctor said that she's not an ear specialist, so she doesn't know what the heck's going on in my ears. And she was looking at both my ears. Oh, I can't tell. It's like it's like, how can you be an emergency doctor and not be able to figure out what's going on in someone's ears, whether they have an infection, whether they have whatever. She's like, oh, I just don't. I was just like, oh my God, it's like, how can you not know this stuff? But it's whatever. It's VA. Most people at VA are great. Most people I work with, but there's some it just question some things. I just question a few things. But I was at the West Haven ER over at the VA. And they're going over my stuff, and they didn't need blood work this time because it was still on file. I didn't need hydration, but they still gave me IV. We're like, oh, we'll give you IV. I'm like, all right, I won't turn down free saline, or free saline solution, free hydration. And then the doctor said there could be one of two things. It could be an inner ear type of issue, or it could be a brain tumor. So she decided to have me get an MRI on my head. So they took me up, I get an MRI of my brain, and my brain is negative, all right? It's clear, there's no tumors in my brain, so that's a very good thing, and that's kind of a big relief for me, because I heard a lot about that too. So my brain is clear. However, there's still a bunch of pressure in my ears, and I'm still suffering a lot of vertigo, to a point where I'm still pretty much in the bed. Right now, I'm just out here enjoying the view. I don't know if you can see it with the light and stuff, but the trees are starting to turn color, and I haven't been able to get outside much, so I'm kind of enjoying it while my wife's taking the kids to school. Out here with my dog, actually. And yeah, well, come on, want to say hi? Want to say hi, pup? She's just hanging out. Well, she probably won't see the camera, but she's down here, my dog. But basically is what happened. Oh, come on, you good girl. Oh, jeez. But basically what happens is if I turn to the right, I don't have too many issues, but I turn to the left, and my world just goes crazy, and I just about fall over. But anyway, so what they did is they kept telling me I needed to call the VA and get a specialist appointment through a ENT, ear, mouth, and ear, mouth, and throat, I think it is. I've seen ear, mouth, and throat specialist. So I called them up on Monday, and basically they told me, okay, we'll get back to you. We'll have to run it through your primary care. And it's like, wait a minute, I was recommended this by the doctor at the ER. So well, we still got to run it through the primary care, through the VA, and then we'll do that. And then we'll get back to you. If you don't hear back us by Wednesday, you should probably call us. So was still on bed rest, and I still been out of work. So Monday, you know what, just kind of curled up in bed. You know, just kind of curled up in bed. You know, hoping it goes away, type of deal. And then Tuesday, I called him again. I called the VA up again. I'm like, okay, look, this is ridiculous. I need to see the specialist, is what I told them. And I guess there was a communication problem between the ER and the actual regional office or whatever it is. And I guess they were having issues trying to figure out that, oh yeah, he did go to the ER, and oh yeah, he did go see this, and he did get recommended to a specialist. Oh yeah, and he did get a brain MRI. Oh yeah, and he got blood work. Oh yeah, and he got fluids too. Oh, I guess we didn't realize we did that. So the usual VA crap that you go through. Now, the people in the VA are great, but I just can't stand how there's no organization, and it's just not been working very well. But then the person on the phone told me, oh, we can set you up for, well, I got called, actually they called me back yesterday, and they told me that the specialist says, oh, we can set you up for appointment next month. I'm like, I lost it. I completely lost it on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired of this. I've been out of work for going on 2 weeks now, and I'm tired of being helpless. I'm tired of it. So I fortunately went off on the lady. Like, look, I went to the ER, I did this, got the fluids, blah, 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 MRI, all that stuff turned out and stuff like that. And you're telling me I need to live with this for another month before I even see another specialist. So I'm stuck in bed and out of work for another month when I've already been out of work this long. She's like, oh, no, hold on, let me get back to you. And then she put me on hold, and she got back, and they set up the appointment for next week. All right, so they set up the appointment for next week. So next week, early next week, I have an appointment with a specialist to actually diagnose, finally, what is causing this, if they can figure it out, and then you start getting treatment. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm still here, guys, and I appreciate all the people who have been sending me prayers and been asking about me. There are some people that are pushing it and getting a little rude. You know, I'm sorry if I'm not doing videos all the time, but I'm kind of trying to, you know, taking my health kind of more important to me than doing the videos right now. So you're gonna have to deal with me not doing a video until I start recovering and feel good, right? So, but anyway, so that is what's going on right now. So thanks for all the prayers and all the other people that are being impatient. I'm sorry. You know, I'll deal with it, right? And next to that, guys, here I am. I'm still around, still alive, don't have a hole in my foot, and I am good to go, except just very, very, very dizzy and can't walk at the moment. So anyway, guys, thank you. All right, like, share, subscribe if you like the content of this channel. And remember, guys, it is our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.